we got former Octagon UFC ring girl, Brittney Palmer.
Hi.
Thanks for being with us. You know, I mean, it's pretty incredible. 16 years as a UFC Octagon girl, 6-time MMA Awards ring card girl of the year. It's pretty incredible. As you look back on your entire career, 16 years, what have you learned most about yourself throughout that time?
Oh gosh. I feel that I've learned most about myself is just my capacity to do what I love for as long as I want to do it.
It's a special thing seeing the growth of the sport. I mean, I think we all know, you know, it started back in 1993, and then the Fertitta brothers, Lorenzo and Frank, they purchased it for $2 million in 2001. They insert Dana White as the president, kind of running everything. From your perspective, what has Dana White done to just elevate the sport and get it to transform over time?
Well, I mean, you can't really think of UFC without thinking of Dana White. You know, he's been able to brand himself with the sport. You can tell how passionate he is about the sport, and he knows how to create entertainment. And I think that it shows with the numbers, with the expansion, with the loyalty of, you know, the people that work there and work for them. So, yeah, he's done such a great job, and he's going to continue to.
It's interesting because I think a lot of us think, okay, boxing, having, you know, the girls out there with the rounds and all those cards, that's one thing. But then Octagon girls took it to another level. What was it about the Octagon girl that took it a step further?
Well, I feel that UFC stayed very loyal to us, and we stayed loyal to them. So having the consistency of us to continuously be there, I mean, 16 years. So I grew up with a lot of these fans. I mean, they were maybe 16 when they started watching, and now, you know, they're in their 30s. So I think that, just having that facial recognition and also doing something other than just the UFC. So, you know, I'm an artist, and I've always pushed that project and that opposite side of what I do. So I think that kind of creates a little bit more of a buzz about me, I guess.
Yes, I certainly think so, especially as a 6-time ring card girl of the year. So let's talk about this. You have this, you know, you just finished your last event, December. Now you got this whole new journey as an artist. You've been doing this for a long time. You started at 20 as, you know, an Octagon girl, but art speaks to you. Yeah. It's a sincere interest. You've been doing it for a long time. What is your stuff like when it comes to the canvas?
I mean, I love to paint abstract work, portrait work. I really paint everything and anything that speaks to me that I feel that I have the capacity to do, and sometimes they're great and sometimes they're not, but I love doing it, and I'm honored that I am able to do it.
There's a lot of great partnerships. She's done partnerships with Topps. We see Doc Ellis is a card I want to check out. A great thing she's done there, Roberto Clemente. But, you know, let's talk about Joe Rogan himself. You know, as a UFC guy, one of the best broadcasters ever, a podcaster, probably the GOAT of podcasting. He owns your work. Tell me what that's like to have a friendship with him and for him to actually be a fan of your work.
I mean, having friends that are fans of my work in general is such a gift, but having someone like Joe Rogan, who is so influential and has made so much success in UFC and his podcast and just who he is, I mean, it's an honor. He's an art collector, and he has one of my paintings, and he really does support all of my art shows and anything I do, and he's a dear friend, and, you know, how cool is that?
What has made, you know, your work not only stand out from the canvas, but you think from the Octagon? Why is it that people are so drawn to Brittney Palmer as the Octagon girl over those 16 years?
I mean, I think it goes back to what I had originally said. It's a familiar face. I've been there for a long time, but I've also created an authenticity to my brand, and I've stayed authentic to being an artist and being who I am, and I think that people can see that, and hopefully it resonates with them as well.
Now, you grew up in Las Vegas, and you've seen how this city has transformed into a sports town. I mean, from the Vegas Golden Knights to the Raiders to having premium events here like the Super Bowl and the draft and the Pro Bowl. It used to just be UFC for so long.
Yeah.
How has it felt for you as a native Las Vegan? I know you were born in San Diego, but, you know, being here, growing up here and seeing how sports has transformed this city, what has that felt like to witness that?
I mean, finally, Vegas is this culture, this hub, and like we needed something like this to bring us all together. If you are here and you see the amount of Golden Knights bumper stickers and shirts and hats and, you know, how this town comes together for these events, it's so magical. And I think that this city has needed something like this to do it. And now we get all of it. It's exciting.
And today is a special day. There's a big release, a new thing that's happening, and it has to do with a great partnership, and it has to do with underwear.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Underwear that you need.
That I listen, on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, I wear underwear.
Well, it's with Ethica, ethica.com. You can find them. This is my second collaboration. It's the Earth series, so it's crystals, mushrooms, butterflies, and moths. I did underwear for guys, girls, and sports bras. It just dropped today.
Wow. Okay, so we got to take a look at that and tell us if we're interested in your art. I mean, there's a lot of sports-centric characters. Tell us about some of the sports figures that you've actually painted. I mean, Babe Ruth,
Oh my gosh.
right? Tell us.
I've painted baseball players, Babe Ruth. We did Roberto Clemente, so I did 20 baseball players. I actually did Shohei Ohtani,
Ooh.
and he signed the cards that I have, but I did it when he was playing with the Angels, so it's kind of cool that now he's a Dodger boy.
Wow.
I also painted for Star Wars, which I think is they're athletes in themselves.
Yes.
And then UFC fighters. So I've done John Jones, Amanda Nunes, Conor McGregor, Stipe Miocic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell us real quickly, 16 years, Octagon girl. A lot of people say you are the GOAT of all the Octagon girls. I even saw Barstool said that. Who is the GOAT when it comes to UFC?
I'm going to say right now, there are many, but I'm going to go with John Jones right now.
John
Yes.
Jones.
Yes.
Bones. There you go.
Yep.
The great Brittney Palmer. Where can we see more of your art and everything about you?
Social media, I'm Brittney Palmer or Brittney Palmer Art, or you can go to BrittneyPalmer.com.
All right, homework for me. I got to see this Doc Ellis card. We all know what he did on that no-hitter. Brittney, thanks for being with us.